of buzz around Messi and the newfound Miami strength and results that they're stringing together. But for us, it's another home game that we want to win. And I think it's a mistake to focus on one player. So obviously, he's not the only one scoring and making a difference. There's 10 other players on the field. So it's not as just simple as trying to focus on one player. Nor do I think that's the right plan.
So the idea is you can't just focus on one player, you got to play the whole team. And if you focus on Messi, Busquets, perhaps.
Perhaps. I think because of obviously his ability and the way he plays, it's an illusion to try to think you're going to stop him for 90 minutes. He's going to have a chance or two. That's just the way this game works and the way he's been able to do throughout his career against every team. And if you try and focus on that, then you're going to miss out on opportunities to actually beat Miami. And that's where our focus is, in making sure that they as a collective have to defend, they as a collective have to work hard and put a very intense and tough shift to beat us. And that's where our focus is, and not just on the one situation.
Steve, do you have to approach it differently, though, if he becomes a 30-minute player? Like, in other words, if Busquets, Messi are not in the starting lineup, do you prepare for both scenarios in that sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we prepare for everything.
Steve, speaking of their strengths, what's going to be the main challenge, or what do you want to see from the team defensively, trying to disrupt what they've been doing offensively?
In some ways, their build is a little bit like Galaxy, where they are pretty effective with Brugman and Puig and Delgado at kind of cutting you up in the middle of the field, and their vertical passing in the middle, interchanging the positions, overloading the middle, and so making sure that we have a good eye of that, making sure wherever we are in the field, whether we're higher or lower, we all have the same idea. We have a collective idea of what we're going to do, and a level of intensity about us much different than we had in Charlotte. And I think if we can achieve that, then we'll be happy with our defensive performance.
The leadership of the players that you have, like Carlos, like Giorgio, that have faced Messi and Busquets and Jordi in the past, and the fact that they, of course, want to protect home court, want to win, just how different is that mentality also, like how that trickles to the rest of the team, if not being maybe like starstruck against what Miami has been doing?
I don't think we have to worry about being starstruck. These are professional athletes we're talking about. They're very focused on the day. Our training has been good. Not too worried about the atmosphere, our players being ready or not being ready. We're at home, and we like to win at home.
It seems like other teams have. That's why I know LAFC is different, and you feel like Miami's going to face something different because of that.
I don't know. Well, that's up to Miami, how they see it. We're going to approach the game like we do most of our games. We want to play fast and aggressive and make good decisions.
If you could, for a second, set aside that you're not a coach anymore, you're a former defender, soccer fan, you've watched Messi 5 million times. What makes him so good? What makes him different from others?
Well, I think the role he plays in each team is important to allow him to use his football IQ to find the right spots at the right moments and take advantage of those areas. So, and you couple that with his technique and his physical abilities, makes him the best player in the world. And his goal record and assists and the way he affects games speaks for itself. Not everybody in the modern game has those abilities to earn the right to have that role, to walk around, but to affect a game in such a manner offensively. So that makes it a little dangerous and tricky. But I think don't underestimate the other 10 players in the field playing off of his lead and understanding what he's doing is not just hanging around and waiting for something to happen. There's actually a method to this, and I think Tata's done a great job of making sure everybody is aware of where he is on the field and what their jobs are when he's in certain spots.
Obviously, the fans are excited. They're happy to see Messi, even if they don't root for him. But just having a figure like that, and we've seen, especially in League Cup, when teams were getting eliminated, players would even approach him and want to take a picture with him. What do you make up of that? Seeing players.
I have no issues with players speaking to him or any other player before or after the game. I do have issues when it's during the game. we are here to win a game for our fans. That's it. I'm not here to take any pictures. So before and after the game, that's the players' private time. They can do whatever they want, and coaches and fans and anybody. But during the game, I expect from every LAFC player to do everything within their power to win this game for this club.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to Zoom. Go ahead, Andy Diosa.
Thanks, Crystal. Hey, Steve. Just two quick ones. I wanted to know internally, what does the buzz feel like? Is it comparable to maybe a Tráfico? Is it comparable to other bigger games you guys have faced? And two, just from a bigger standpoint, hearing Giorgio talk about this upcoming match, he's talking about memories in the Champions League in 2017 and playing Argentina in the Finalissima. How cool is it to kind of see the progression for the league to have players of this stature, obviously Carlos as well, in that mix to be playing a game so big this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of people before me, and there will be people after me, and I think I've tried to do my part in trying to make sure that our league is always progressing and that we are always trying to get better. And in attracting players of Messi's quality, the best, will make us all better. And I think that's great for the league. It's a great step. But as far as the buzz go, look, we have our work to do, so no offense to any of you here, maybe this isn't the right crowd to say this, but I try not to pay attention to the buzz, with all due respect. So I've mostly blended it out, and I've tried to do that my whole career. So that's just the way I deal with pressure or bigger games.
So nobody's asked you for tickets for this one?
Yeah, but it's very easy to deal with. The answer is no.
All right, last question from Justin Ruderman.
Hi, Coach. For the first time in a while, you don't have anybody listed on the availability report. So I'm just wondering, as a coach, how does that help you in knowing that you don't have any injury limitations on the choices that you can make, whether lineup substitutions or anything else?
It's great. Options, those are problems that I love to have. John and I talk a lot about that, and I tell him, give me problems. Give me as many problems as you want. I'll take care of it. It gives us more options, and it gives us different tactical approaches to the game, to try to win it after 90 minutes. That's our objective, and that's how we approached last season. It's how we try to approach this season, and each season has obviously different cycles. You have your macro and micro cycles, as does each game. And having more options allows you to approach that 90 minutes in a different manner.